Hey up everyone, welcome to Martyn Lucas Investor. I'm Vaz. Do you know what time it is? It's time to start talking EVTOLs. I am here with a special preview for the coming earnings call for a stock and a company we have been covering pretty much daily. Not the very daily, but pretty much daily. Let me just mute the audio. I can hear myself coming through. Let me mute this. Right. Thank you very much for joining. What is going on? Well, let me show you. We are now looking at the stock chart of Vertical Aerospace. Those who follow us regularly, you know that Vertical Aerospace is our very special company, our very special stock. This is one of the new emerging technologies and markets which will be widely adopted by the end of the century, and beyond that will be available to yourselves for probably your daily commute. We can see the chart. Let's get back to it in the very minute, because I will explain quickly what this is about. Can you see this beautiful, fancy, modern looking aircraft? Well, this is an eVTOL. What is an eVTOL? Well, VTOL stands for vertical takeoff and landing aircraft or vehicle. The E is for electric. So what we are doing here, we are flying on electricity. We are flying much more quiet than your normal helicopter. We are flying much safer. And Vertical Aerospace, which we are bringing you now, more info about that, and we'll be covering the coming earnings call next Tuesday pre-market, are also the market leader in the safety, in the aircraft safety. I do apologize for the ad coming up. I need to get my YouTube premium sorted. But it's a live show. It's a live show. What you can see here is the aircraft which is capable taking off. Actually, I will show you. I've got a very nice video. It's not Vertical Aerospace. Please don't be harsh on me. But I've got this very nice video of Archer Aviation, which I actually brought you yesterday. We did the same earnings call preview for Archer Aviation, and you can see the aircraft is taking off vertically and landing vertically. Then it transitions to the horizontal flight, and it moves like your conventional fixed wing aircraft. If I replay the video from the beginning again, I can't replay it. Can I replay it? Right, you can see it's taking off vertically, then it transitions into horizontal flight, and then it transitions to the vertical flight again. So this aircraft is a hybrid between an aeroplane, fixed wing aeroplane, and a helicopter. However, this aircraft is much safer. It's quieter, it's green. The vehicle has virtually zero emission because it's electric powered. It's also much more efficient. These are designed to aid large cities. Think of Los Angeles, New York, London, maybe Berlin as well. Think of congestion, peak hour, getting from the city center to your airport or to another important hub, say train station, could take you hour and a half. This aircraft can do it in mere 10-15 minutes, because we are not moving in 2 dimensions, we are moving in 3 dimensions. So this is more than likely future of the urban mobility, and this technology will be affordable to yourselves in the next decade. What are we bringing you today? It's Vertical Aerospace. They have been flying under the radar, if you pardon the pun. Vertical Aerospace are not the market leading company, but they are very well aware of their position, and they are not trying to take on Archer or Joby. By the way, I brought you special about Archer yesterday. We did this preview. Let me just show you this. Bear with me, don't go anywhere. We'll get there. I did this full breakdown of the coming earnings call for Archer Aviation. I told you some rumors. I told you some facts. I told you the headwinds. I told you the tailwinds as well. And I gave you some recommendation to our very content we use, our very own content we use to bring you live on the show. Now we are talking about Vertical Aerospace. And Vertical Aerospace cannot compete with Archer in terms of balance sheet and their financial strength. However, Vertical Aerospace This aircraft, you can see down there, has actually managed to beat Archer to their first piloted eVTOL flight. eVTOL flight is your conventional takeoff and landing. So your aircraft is moving like your normal, conventional, traditional fixed wing aircraft. So this little tiny company from Europe actually took on and beat the market leader Archer, who have about $2 billion on their balance sheet. How about that? The coming earnings call is on Tuesday next week, pre-market. And I am here to give you the ins and outs. Vertical Aerospace is my very niche product, my very niche company. I actually engaged with Vertical Aerospace, and I've got the Vertical Aerospace are friends of our network. We had Vertical Aerospace on the show twice already. How about that? I'm talking to the people from Vertical Aerospace. I'm talking to people from the eVTOL market as well. So then I'm bringing you my own insights and my own predictions for the coming earnings call and the future of the company. So what are we talking about? What are we talking about? Vertical Aerospace, the best aircraft on the market? Possibly. Let's find out. Vertical Aerospace continues to carve out its place as the standout European name in the global eVTOL race. While American competitors dominate headlines, Vertical has been making tangible progress with fewer resources, less noise, and sharper execution. We will get into that deep in the very minute. Their approach is simple. Focus on results, no theatrics. And that shows especially during earning calls, which are consistently amongst the most professional delivered in the sector. I can confirm this. I've heard quite few earning calls, and Vertical Aerospace is top 10, if not top 5. If you are not interested in the company, and if you are, as an investor, if you are not interested in this sector and you want to see very good presentation, very well professionally led, definitely tune in for the earnings call of Vertical Aerospace. And as I literally said, the text goes, even if you are not an investor, they are worth watching for the sheer quality of presentation and strategic clarity. What you can see here is the concept of their aircraft. What I'm bringing you now, what I'm showing on the screen, is our very unique newsletter. Let me give you the link. I believe most of you are already subscribed to the newsletter. You know what the newsletter is about. And I can show you actually live on the show. Look, the stock is selling off. And this could be great entry opportunity for you as an investor. Let me just give you this link. This is our very unique newsletter, which is Sensei's product, one of my colleagues. Sensei does this every morning. He brings you his morning forecast for the coming market. And he gives you the ins and outs of the day coming and what's about to come. He gives you basically your weather forecast for the stock market. He focuses on certain topics. He brings up 5 important points for the day. He does analysis, you name it. I do one as well for my Saturday regular eVTOL and aerospace show. So if you are interested in this sector, you can join me on Saturday. In Europe, it's lunchtime, late lunch or early afternoon. In the United States, it's early in the morning, same as normal opening bell show. In this newsletter, it's fairly interactive, it's very well structured. You have obviously your information, you have a lot of media, you have links to the relevant topics. So if you were to get your newsletter yesterday for the Archer preview, there's also Vertical Aerospace preview as the second part of the letter. And you can click on here and that will take you directly to my show. I'm not clicking on it, but you get this usually about an hour before the show. And you can read through all the insights, the ins and outs, and then you can click on it and you don't have to look for it anywhere. It's fairly interactive. There are some polls. There are, hang on, I'm sorry. There are some polls. There are media, links to content. You can see here Sensei's X account, Martyn's X account, my X account, premium Discord, YouTube channel, link to YouTube channel, merge, Martyn Lucas shop, you name it. You can comment, you can be part of this newsletter, you can comment and share your thoughts as well. So this is, I'm not showing it on the screen, am I? I'm sorry. That's a little mess up. So this is the link to the very show I'm doing now. There's also a link, if you scroll further down, to the actual earnings call. There is a link to more content with Vertical Aerospace. I will get to it very shortly. You can see the links in here, and that is the newsletter. You have link in the chat. I'm sorry, my phone is getting bombarded. I got distracted. I'm with you. You can see the chat. Vertical Aerospace has been selling off. This could be great entry opportunity for yourselves as a long-term investor and maybe as a trader, although I don't recommend trading Vertical Aerospace. It's been one of the most volatile stocks on the eVTOL market and aerospace, but we will get to that shortly. So what's going on? Let me show you some great footage from one of our friends of our channel, YDM Aviation, Colin Norwood, who lives close by to Vertical Aerospace's testing ground, the Cotswold Airfield. And he's bringing the exclusive footage of Vertical Aerospace's VX4 aircraft during their training flights. Or not training, testing flights. Massive upside. Piloted CTOL. I already mentioned conventional takeoff and landing maneuver, which you can see on the screen. The aircraft takes off horizontally and lands horizontally as well. There is no vertical maneuver, there is no transition, but this is also very important for the aircraft. Vertical hit a key industry milestone when they beat Archer to the first piloted CTOL, conventional takeoff and landing flight, which I already mentioned. This was a huge win and achieved with far less capital. Vertical executed the piloted CTOL flight ahead of Archer Aviation, achieved with lower operational costs and a smaller financial base. Currently running multiple test flights weekly, not limited to their home base. Why? Because Vertical Aerospace have completed the world's first piloted airport-to-airport eVTOL flight. That means the very first in the world, the eVTOL aircraft flew from one airport to the other in the public civil airspace. Nobody's done it. Archer haven't done it. Joby haven't done it. And these are these are believed to be the market leaders. And they have $1 billion on their balance sheet as well. So that's why I'm bringing you this company. That's why we are bringing you insights on Vertical Aerospace, because we believe this could be a great market player and great investment opportunity. Confirmed two-way travel on this route. A full mission profile, not just a one-off. So not only that Vertical Aerospace flew from their Cotswold airport, their testing ground, they also flew to the nearby RAF Fairford Air Base, the military air base, where was one of the biggest military shows in the world. It was the RIAT, Royal International Air Tattoo, and they landed there, and then after the show, they took off and landed back again in their test ground. Why I'm mentioning this? Because we brought you exclusive content from the RIAT, from the air show. As you can see, oh, one more thing. On the earnings call, I'm expecting to get confirmed pushing to 24 of piloted CTOL flights. Archer wouldn't have this number. Just saying again. We brought you this very exclusive interview. And again, there's a link in the newsletter. You have link in the chat, and there will be, if you are watching this, there is link in the video below. Let me give you a little teaser. This is the very own interview we have brought you from the air show with Vertical Aerospace. I was talking to Mike Chervenka. He's the chief technology and development or market development officer. He's basically talking to the clients, and he's addressing their needs and they are trying to develop their product to fit their needs. And this is the very own unique interview we brought you. So definitely check this out. I will send you a link in the chat. There will be a link under the video. And when you finish watching the video, there will be a link in here on the little YouTube tab. So definitely check it out. This is believed to be the most comprehensive and complex interview about their aircraft in the media, in the whole media space up to date. We got so much detail about the aircraft. I was actually, when I was editing this and I was sending this to Vertical just for their comments and approval, I was a bit scared. They would say, well, we don't want this to be aired. We don't want this. Can you edit it out? Can you clip this? Can you take that out? Thankfully, they were happy with all the information we gathered for you. So definitely check this out. You can see also some exclusive footage and close-up views of the aircraft. You can see the cockpit. I'm showing you the cockpit, the very cockpit of the aircraft. Can I scroll through the video and show you? I don't see it here, but definitely check it out. I walked around the aircraft. I touched the aircraft. I wasn't supposed to, but I touched the aircraft as well, and it feels good. It felt good. So this is the very aircraft. I was amongst those few people who got access behind the barrier and could actually talk to the Vertical Aerospace team. So definitely check it out. Amazing aircraft, very well looking, a lot of details in the video as well. You don't want to miss this. Right, what is the massive advantage to the whole eVTOL market? Is their operational cost. In a market where most eVTOL developers burn through hundreds of millions, Vertical stands out with impressive cost discipline. Their operating cost is around $40 million a year, compared to Archer, who stand at, as of last earnings call, it might be a bit higher now because they are upscaling. It was between 110 million and 125 million per quarter, and Joby, who are operating in the region of over $100 million per quarter. So how does it compare? Delivering the same product pretty much as Archer at the moment, at this point. Vertical is achieving milestones with less than 10% of operating budget of its USPS. Well, that's interesting, isn't it? Let me show you this little video from the actual flight, airport to airport flight. I think it's quite cool to watch it. Watch the actual aircraft in action. And this is the chief test pilot, Simon Davies. We might have him on the show soon as well. I'm not saying anything. Recent financing. Downside with a little upside. Or maybe with a big upside, actually. Vertical went to the market in second quarter to extend its runway. A double-edged sword, but a necessary move. We covered this live on the show as well. We informed you on the day it happened. There was a live special between me and Sensei. We told you about the market reaction. We told you about the recovery and the comeback, and it actually happened in few days. So we had nice entry opportunity as an investor as well. What happened? Vertical Aerospace offered 12 million shares at $5 a share, raising 90 million in gross proceeds. They also secured an additional $9 million via warrants. It's based on the SEC filings provided. What is the result and what was the purpose? A financial runway extended to summer 2026. Well, why do we need to extend the financial runway? This is because we are not trying to pay our directors. We are not trying to give extra bonuses and pay rises to the management. We are literally trying to keep the company afloat. It might be a bit harsh. It might be a bit too much saying afloat, but we are keeping the company operative until, well, what's coming? We are waiting for their second testing aircraft, which will be the carbon copy of what you can see in here in this video. So you will have 2 testing aircraft, and as soon as this one is approved by the CAA, sorry, the Civil Aviation Authority. As soon as this one is approved, I wouldn't be surprised if we see back-to-back flights pretty much every day. Wow, that's interesting, isn't it? What we are also waiting for is the testing, the certification aircraft, which will be rolled out by the end of the year. This testing aircraft will be, the certification aircraft, excuse me, will be used for the certification purpose, obviously. That's a fleet of 3 aircraft. And we can also expect aircraft number 4, potentially, for the hybrid power platform. Yes, hybrid. We are not flying only on electricity, we are flying with a hybrid power unit, which is expected to be out between first and second quarter of 2026. So this runway is giving us enough time to prove our concept is working. And it's also giving us enough time to get our new product out to the customers and show it to the customers and attract great institutional partners. There we go. Look at the chart. I already told you that Vertical Aerospace is one of the most volatile stocks in the aerospace industry and definitely on the eVTOL market. Big volatility, reverse stock split, multiple dilutions. Yes, for you as an investor, it might not be as attractive and it could be a bit painful, but Vertical Aerospace is there for a long ride, not for trading. Their aircraft, massive upside. Their market-leading aircraft, the VX4. How about if I show you the nice little footage of the VX4 we are actually talking about? The VX4 might be the most underappreciated aircraft in the space. Behind its clean lines lies capability and performance that challenge the so-called frontrunners. Vertical Aerospace are obsessed, they state this themselves, they are obsessed with safety. They already had an unfortunate event with their testing unpiloted aircraft. And now they are targeting to comply with a 10 to factor -9 safety standard. This is your airline safety standard. This is an Airbus aircraft safety standard. What does it mean? It means the probability of critical failure is 1 in 9 billion flight hours. Wow, you can't get any better than that. Performance in vertical maneuvers, hover and takeoff, is reportedly exceeding the expectations. So Vertical Aerospace are claiming that their aircraft is much better than they designed and expected. Piloted CTOL flights have exceeded 30 miles. That is a strong proof of confidence. Basically, if you put your test pilot, the most valuable asset you have, your human resource, and you put it in the aircraft, which is basically a prototype, and you send him out for a 30-40-mile trip, that shows massive confidence in the reliability and performance of your aircraft. Vertical Aerospace are also coming to the market with unique configuration. 4 passengers plus luggage. They are the first eVTOL manufacturer and first aircraft who claim the aircraft can actually carry luggage on board. And also they have alternative configuration, which will be 6 passengers. So this 4-passenger configuration is, if you think of London taxi configuration, which is front to front, you are sitting front to front. The 6-passenger would be in the row as a minibus. Vertical Aerospace are currently flying 1 piloted aircraft capable of the whole range of maneuver. And as I already said, the 2nd piloted aircraft is coming in weeks. Definitely we will see and hear some update in the coming earnings call. So why the runway? I already said we are trying to buy some time to show us our product, to show our 2nd aircraft and fly the hell out of both electric airplanes or aircraft. We are also buying some time to get out the certification aircraft. However, why actually we need the runway, why actually do we need more time to give you and bring you as an institutional institutional partner. We need to bring you the hybrid unit. As soon as we can show the hybrid power unit works, the concept works, there's no doubt there will be investors queuing up to buy and support Vertical Aerospace's share of their business, because we are opening completely new market. We are opening long haulage. We are opening cargo. We are opening military transport and defense purposes, which Vertical Aerospace have been pivoting towards this sector much and much more strongly. And we also have some emergency services use as well. So rather than your electric aircraft, where the range is in the region of 100 miles, we are now tenfold, up to tenfold of the electric competitors, or our own version of the electric aircraft. So this is the main reason why Vertical Aerospace have gone through the most recent public share offering, to buy themselves some time to show the working product to institutional partners and their customers as well. A hybrid power leader. Let me show you what I'm going to tell you right now. Vertical Aerospace announced on their first quarter earnings call, which we covered as well, and we had very good audience, that they had been developing for 18 months this hybrid power unit. Currently, it's pushing towards a year of development. It's not like we would like to or we have started. They literally said, we have been developing for a year and a half this new product. The spec targets up to 1,000 miles of operational range. And again, as I already said, the utilization and the markets, defense and government contracts, cargo and logistics, emergency response, and intercity and rural service markets. However, you as an investor, it could be a bit bumpy and rough ride for you. That's why I keep saying Vertical Aerospace is not here for trading. Vertical Aerospace is here for the long ride. Now, for the market, for the darker side of the ledger, we are honest. We are bringing you honest views. I'm not trying to pump the stock. I'm not trying to pump and hype you to buy into Vertical Aerospace. But I see, or we see this as a great opportunity. And obviously, we are bringing you the good, the bad, and the ugly. So, Vertical have a $200 million shelved registration for share offering. There are no conditions, it's just shelved. They can trigger this at any point at their convenience. Modric Capital, the majority stakeholder, I think they believe they hold over 70% stake in the company, have 2 more warrant tranches that could be and should be exercised. Again, once these are exercised, we are diluting the company, the float, we are diluting about in the region of 5 to 7%. Again, for you as an investor, could be great entry point, because we know that these dilutions usually come with some overreaction as well. So if you believe in the company, if you believe in the fundamentals, you can wait out for these very moments and then you can enter. Also, I haven't found any more details to this. I've been digging into it. The founder, the former CEO, Stephen Fitzpatrick, has been selling shares monthly under a planned and disclosed structure. While this is a controlled process, it still casts a shadow over retail investment. This adds volatility, and investors should brace accordingly. As I already said, a lot of volatility. But again, Vertical Aerospace is there for the long ride. Those who just joined, thank you very much. I'm holding very good audience. Thank you for joining. Don't forget to hit the like button. The more people, the more likes we get, the bigger chance is that YouTube will roll this video out massively en masse, and the more people know it, the more people will learn about this company. And obviously, the more people will learn about this company, they will like what they are hearing. They'll be buying the shares. What does it mean? The price can go up. So the more people know about vertical aerospace means your value of your shares can potentially go up. Another downside with a bit of an upside. We have late certification framework. Vertical aerospace are targeting the CAA, which is the British equivalent of the FAA, and the European Aerospace Authority by 2028. However, there's a big upside. The CAA and EASA certification is transferable worldwide. So you don't have to go through another process, another approval process with the FAA. You don't have to go through another approval process in Mid-East, in Australia. Once you achieve the CAA and EASA certification, you can just fly all around the world. Obviously, it's not as easy, but in simple words. Certification aircraft, as already mentioned, the rollout is expected late 2025. That leaves 2 to 3 years for testing, validation, and documentation, in line with aerospace norms. While slower than Joby or Archer's FAA pace, it's not unrealistic, especially considering the EASA's more rigid framework. So that's basically what I just told you. Upside, great upside. Current directorship. Under the current CEO, Stuart Simpson, Vertical has adopted a more pragmatic tone, and it's working. Staying aligned with the Flight Path 2030 business strategy. This business strategy is giving you, I will get to it late, I will get to it very shortly. Simpson says that VX4 can be brought to market for $1 billion less than the top competitors. That's what I just told you in the beginning. Much lower fractional operational costs of the market competitors and achieving pretty much the same so far. Recent hires include aerospace and defense veterans to guide certification and growth, and also some financial talent to manage cash flow and unlock public funding or defense channels. Recently, 2 months ago, 3 new directors have been hired to aid the fundraising endeavors. So there's a quiet transformation taking place, one that's building a real staying power. Vertical Aerospace are aware of their position on the market. They are aware of their heartburn, as I call it, the financial heartburn, and they are tackling this actively. It's not like, oh yeah, we're gonna sit down and wait and maybe some of the institutional investors will come to us. No, they are proactively hiring people designed or distinguished, dedicated, delegated to deal with these problems. Volatility, as we already said, and I can show you the live chart. Today has not been the best day. We have peaked. If I zoom out a bit, you can see the chart. We have peaked recently at about $7.20. That's here. That's the 28th. It's a few days back. And now the stock has been going down. Obviously, the macro condition is not helping it. And we also have a sell-off before the coming earnings call. Because people, investors who are not so keen on that company, they don't know what this company is bringing, and they only buy the good news and then they sell it off because their sentiment just wanes away. So this is quite natural, especially for vertical aerospace. I'm not saying the reaction is going to be upwards, but the reaction could be very good on the earnings call. And usually we don't get any good news before the earnings call, in the days before the earnings call. So, what's happening now? This can bring you great entry opportunity as well. Volatility, as already mentioned. We have been from plus $10 in 2022 all the way down to under $1 through reverse stock split 1 to 10 in 2024, end of 2024. However, after that, we reached the recent all-time high of $16. Currently, the stock, as I already mentioned, the dilution, the most recent public offering of $90 million, the fundraiser to give us runway to show the product to the world. The reaction was massive. The stock crashed almost 40%. We did this live special with Sensei. Again, newsletter. You can click on it and you can replay it. We gave you, Sensei was talking about the chart and the chart mechanics. I was talking about the company fundamentals. And it didn't take long. It was only a few days. And the stock price recovered and hit $7 again. Great investment opportunity or entry point for you as well. Flight path 2030. So the flight path 2030, let me just give you some fancy video, some fancy footage. The flight path 2030, what it is that Vertical isn't trying to outspend or outshout its rivals. Instead, they are steadily progressing through a clear, attainable roadmap. By 2030, Vertical Aerospace intend to manufacture 150 aircraft a year. If you consider price, current expected or estimated market price of $5 million per aircraft, you can do the maths. And if you look at the operational costs compared to the market competitors, you can do the maths again. Vertical Aerospace also expect through this business strategy to achieve up to 50% operational margin. We already know from the last earnings call that the aircraft, it's not their only product. It will also be the batteries. So once the aircraft starts flying, it has a cycle of about, if you will be flying your aircraft back to back, has a cycle of about a year and a half. And then you need to supply new batteries. And if you think of thousands of aircraft all around the world, being operated all around the world, and every year you have to supply new batteries with an operational margin of about 50%, you can do the maths, okay? Global part of the flight path 2030 is global certification across the European, British, and American aerospace agencies as well. The order book is $6 billion. Although they are not committing, the order book is not committing, but we have total of $6 billion across 4 continents. And obviously, the safety is paramount with Vertical Aerospace, as built around the safest eVTOL platform on the market. It's not flashy, but it might just be the most realistic plan in the industry. There you go. Earnings. The actual earnings call. Tuesday, August the 5th, pre-market. I will do a live special for you. I will again reiterate this. I'll be a live build-up. I might tell you some little secrets. Don't say the word secrets, but don't call it secrets, but little insights. I might be dropping some insights of more stuff we can hear on the actual call. I might not. But definitely join me. Again, as I said, it's a great presentation. If nothing, if you are not interested in the company, great professional presentation. But we will cover the aircraft test program progress, financial health and runway, hybrid propulsion timeline as well, certification targets and flight path 2030, and strategic market position. Again, if you are subscribed to the newsletter, click here, and that will take you right directly to the earnings call event. That's it. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you like the video. What I'm gonna do, I will give you a little preview of the interview as well. Shall I show you the cockpit footage? I'll show you just this, just a little teaser, and you go and check the interview out. I believe half of the people who've been watching live with me have not seen the interview because I haven't seen any reaction. I know when we bring you exclusive content, when we bring you something big, you always react to it and you always say, that's great, we loved it. Half the people watching live, I see in the chat, have not checked the interview. Go and check the interview out. Please do it for me. Do me a favor. Drop a like. We are getting some good audience. The more people see it, the more people like it, the better chance it will get promoted by YouTube. So that's Vertical Aerospace. I'm showing you a little preview of the interview. Let me just quickly go through the chat if we have any questions, and then I will close it and I will send you to the next event. The black version, yes, the black version, it was the testing aircraft. It's not operational anymore. Vertical have shifted to the industrial white paint, obviously, which there are some mechanical and technical reasons behind that. Surprised Martyn doesn't pay for a family plan for his employees for YouTube Premium. No, that's my responsibility. That's good. Oh, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. I like it. I will propose this to Martyn to pay a family plan for me and Sensei. I love it. That's great. That's spot on. I love it. How much quieter it is? Check out the interview. Check out the interview. He literally, Mike Chervenka literally gives you the noise levels of the aircraft. He explains how the aircraft is quiet, and then he drops the bomb and he tells you how quiet the aircraft is. Go and check out the interview. I would think it would be a lot more quiet. What do you mean a lot more quiet? Go and check out the live interview we brought you. A link is in the chat. Go and check it out. You will find out. What's up, Vaz? Thanks, man. Air Force Vaz. Thanks for the super chat, Zach. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for joining. We are keeping very good audience. I would like to ask you once again, hit the like button, because the more people, the more likes we get. If we hit 100 likes, YouTube will start promoting this. And the more people know about this company, I've already said it. I'm not going to repeat it again. Love the planes and its technology. Yes, it was amazing. It was amazing aircraft to see in the flesh. I wasn't supposed to touch the aircraft, but I did, and it felt good. Yeah. What do you want me to say? Hope this will not happen to Archer. No, Archer, you were watching yesterday. You know that Archer have very, very strong financial position on the market currently. So there will be some good balance sheet update on the earnings call. We are covering as well on the 11th of August after hours. And Steve is here. Most stocks are investing in their own company, will need more capital to expand. EVTL is, this is a good thing, but will drop first. Yes, the ticker is EVTL, Vertical Aerospace. Right, let me know if you liked what we brought you. Join me for the earnings call. It's definitely worth it. And please do check out the interview, because I believe, not I, not only me, I've been told by few people already that this is the most comprehensive interview in the amount of information we are bringing you so far across the whole media world. Thank you very much for joining. The next event, if you stay here, it will take you to the next event, but I also recommend you check out the interview. That's it for now. Here is a link to the interview. Here is a link to the event. So if you are rewatching this video, it's all there, dished to you by YouTube. Thank you again. That's it for now. Take care of yourselves and each other.